Singapore. The ban on chewing gum in Singapore is one of the country's most famous and discussed legislative decisions. The ban on the sale and import of chewing gum was introduced in 1992. The reason was problems with cleanliness and maintenance caused by careless throwing out of chewing gum. In 2004, exceptions were made for chewing gum with a therapeutic effect, such as nicotine chewing gum and chewing gum for dental health, which is sold by a doctor's prescription or a licensed pharmacist. Switzerland. Car washing on Sundays. Washing on Sundays in Switzerland is based on several cultural and legal factors. Sunday is considered a traditional rest day in Switzerland. This day is intended for family time and relaxation, so many activities that cause noise and bustle are limited. Hungary. Wearing high heels in historical places. Hungary does not have a nationwide ban on wearing high heels in historical places. However, some historical sites, such as ancient castles, museums and nature reserves, may have their own rules restricting the wearing of high heels. These measures are aimed at preserving historical buildings and objects from damage. For example, high heels can damage softwood floors or antique tiles. Before visiting this historical place, it is recommended that you familiarize yourself with its rules and recommendations for visitors in order to avoid unpleasant situations. Denmark. Checking headlights before driving. Before driving in Denmark, it is important to check your car's headlights to ensure they are working, clean and properly adjusted. Italy. Fashion insult in Milan. Milan has no official law requiring all residents to dress elegantly and prohibiting the wearing of unfashionable clothing. However, as one of the world's fashion centers, Milan is known for its high standards of style and elegance. Unspoken social norms and expectations can indeed influence clothing choices, and wearing unfashionable outfits can cause dissatisfaction or judgment from others. Philippines. Announcing that you are married. In the Philippines, Manila has a law that prohibits you from being in public places with romantic intentions unless you are married. This law aims to protect public morals and prevent inappropriate behavior in public. Violation of this law may result in fines or other penalties. France. The ban on photographing police officers and their equipment in France has been the subject of considerable debate and protest. In 2020, as part of the global security law, Loi de Sécurité Globale, the government proposed Article 24, which would penalize the dissemination of images of police officers with the intent to harm them. This measure caused significant public outrage and protests, as many considered it a threat to press freedom and civil liberties. Opponents of the law argued that it could limit the ability to record and publish cases of police misconduct. Ultimately, after numerous protests and pressure from the public and human rights organizations, the French Constitutional Council declared Article 24 unconstitutional. However, discussions and attempts to find a balance between ensuring police safety and protecting civil rights continue. Thailand. Ban on insulting the king. Thailand has one of the strictest laws in the world regarding the protection of the honor and dignity of the monarch and the royal family. This law is known as lèse majesté. According to Article 112 of the Thai Penal Code, insulting, criticizing or slandering the king, queen, heir to the throne or regent is punishable by imprisonment ranging from 3 to 15 years for each offense. This article is applied very widely and is interpreted quite strictly, which attracts the attention of the international community and human rights organizations. The lèse majesté law is often criticized for being used to suppress freedom of speech and political dissent. In recent years, there have been several cases where journalists, activists, and even ordinary citizens were detained for criticizing the monarchy, causing public outcry and international condemnation. USA. State of Arizona. Ban on the release of camels. Arizona has a strange law that prohibits camels from being released on the streets. This law refers to those unusual and archaic rules that are sometimes found in different states of the United States. Historically, this may be due to the fact that Arizona did use camels to transport goods in the 19th century, and the law may have been passed to prevent disturbances caused by runaway animals. Today this law is most likely considered outdated, but technically it remains in force. Australia. Prohibition on changing the weather without permission. Australia has rules regarding weather changes. Such measures are regulated at the government level, and any actions aimed at changing atmospheric phenomena, such as causing artificial rain or changing the weather, require government permission. These measures are aimed at controlling and preventing possible negative consequences associated with changing weather conditions that may affect agriculture, water resources, and the ecology of the region. Laws and regulations regarding weather modification vary between states and territories, but generally require strict control and oversight by authorities. These were the strangest laws and prohibitions in different countries. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss new interesting videos.